Hi everyone, Henrik here. We're over at the Atomic booth. We're joined by Benchetler. Hi Chris.
How's it going?
Good, thanks. It's great to have you out here. And you have so much exciting stuff going on. You're just back from a month in Japan. Can you tell us about that trip?
It's been amazing for sure. I was there right before the new year. Got to hang out with Nimbus again. Eric and my wife actually came with us too, who's recovering from a knee injury, and Eric's coming back from his leg, and they were both killing it and shredding again, which made me incredibly happy to see. And we got POW pretty much every day, which is more than a lot of people can say this year. So we were some of the lucky few, and it was an amazing trip. Working towards our Nimbus projects as usual, and got to shoot with some photographers and do the whole gig. It was fun.
Absolutely, and you mentioned having a couple of those familiar faces back out with you. Can you elaborate on that? Just how special that is to be back ripping to those guys?
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, Eric had definitely a life-changing injury last year in Russia, and my wife technically the same. She hurt her knee super bad and cracked her pelvis, so both of those guys were coming back and not really sure how they were going to feel or how they were going to be able to perform, and they're right back at the same level they left at, and it's awesome to see Eric adapting his skiing, and he was able to work with his injury and totally come back 100%. So it's exciting.
A heck of a comeback story. We're happy to see him back out there. And jumping into some gear stuff, you very recently had a big launch of your new Pro model. We've got one right behind us here.
Yeah. Here she is.
Yeah, you guys
excited.
You had a huge collaborative effort to launch this ski. It was one day, sort of dropping all over, every freaking social platform and all that stuff, and it seemed to go very well. So, can you speak a little bit to the buzz that you guys have had right off the bat?
That was incredible. That was Atomic's doing for sure, and thanks to you guys and everyone else involved. It was amazing. I had to set an alarm in Japan for 1 a.m. to participate in the launch, so that was cool to see it happening. It was hard to go back to sleep. It was exciting to see all the feedback and know that people were really stoked on the ski and that a bunch of people got to try it. So
we actually had the opportunity to try it not too long ago. We had a little demo day up in Vail, and we all got to jump on it, and it's a great ski. You've done a great job there. So
thank you very much.
Very exciting.
Yes.
And jumping ahead to what's coming next down the pipe, I hear you have a few opportunities you might be exploring.
Absolutely, yes. Hoping for a GoPro trip right after SIA here. There's talk about potentially going back to Japan, but the media team over there is kind of figuring out logistics, and then we'll see what happens. And if that falls through the cracks, then my next trip is another Nimbus trip back up to BC with Eric and the rest of the crew. We're gonna head up there end of February and post up for the whole month and just keep chipping away at our projects.
All right, and we'll one more question before we let you go. I'm going to see if I can press you to walk people through how to do a nose butter in the POW, in 3 to 5 steps. Can you walk us through?
3 to 5 steps. Okay, let's see. I like to focus on setting a full rotation of a 360. So you ollie into 180 and just use that total flex of your boot, really press the noses as much as you can, and kind of once you feel that the press of the ski, just kind of pop back out and try to 180 back in. So it's essentially, think of it as doing 2 180s versus trying to actually butter around, because if you just try to butter, a lot of times you'll catch your edge. So if you jump into it and really press those noses and jump out, you're gonna have a better chance. I don't know if that was technically 5 steps, but that's what I think about, and that's what I try to do. So hopefully that helps.
All right, well, I hope very much that all of you out there will do your very best to get your nose butter on, sometime this week as time allows, and hopefully the snow has fallen for you. I know that Tahoe has been a little tough,
It has.
So
yeah.
we're hoping for those guys to get some snow. And
yeah, Mammoth just got a foot or 2, I heard, so I'm headed back home right after this and hopefully ski some more POW.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks very much for joining us. It's been great to catch up with you.
Awesome.
And,
likewise.
See you next time.
Thank you very much. Free skier.
Thank you.
All righty.